5.7 in the new Charger, do I then get a ping back from my executive contact at Stellantis, basically confirming that a new Magnum was already in development. A new V8 Magnum was already in development, and now it's being accelerated.
For the longest time.
For the longest time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I like TK's intro, but I want to piggyback this video off a video TK just released about a new V8 engine coming from Dodge, a new Magnum V8 engine. And I just want to say that I told you guys so about this engine last year. It's that time of year again where you need to save as much money as you can to buy the gifts for everyone else and including yourself. So my friends at Just Bolt-Ons and Drag Racing Wheels have you covered. In case you need anything like exhaust systems, sticky Mickeys, catch cans, tonneau covers, whatever, my friends at Just Bolt-Ons and Drag Racing Wheels have some of the best prices online. And with my promo code BUTTER that you use at checkout, you can save up to an additional 15% off on your next order. So check out my friends at Just Bolt-Ons, DragRacingWheels.com, where some of the best prices online just got a little bit better. Okay, so let's get right into this, my 36,000 friends and the 61% of you guys not yet subscribed. Now, if you watch TK's video, which I highly recommend, and looking at the views, a few thousand you guys already have, TK tells you guys of this engine that was already in development by Dodge, and that now that since Orange Man is going to be the president, now that engine is being fast-tracked because they are in dire needs of having an engine go inside their new vehicles, like the Charger Daytona, probably the RHO, probably another Jeep model, whatever. But as I told you guys last year in October, I said that Dodge was making a new V8 engine that they had just started working on. And then that video became pretty much the most popular video on my channel, almost at 500,000 views. So if you want to go watch that video, you can. Here's a thumbnail for it right here. But back then I learned from, let's just say I learned from people who's actually working. Well, I can't say that part, but let's just say back then I knew that they was working on a new V8 engine. If you fast forward a couple months later, cause that was in October when I released that video, then you fast forward a couple months later and the whole story with the Soldier and his D170 comes out. And now I get a lot more people who work within Dodge and Stellantis and all that stuff liking that, how I exposed the whole situation with the Soldier and the dealership and all the crap that happened with him and him getting his car taken away from him while he was deployed and stuff. So now you open the floodgates to where now I have access to a lot more people within Dodge, and people started watching my videos and seeing that I am very trustworthy when it comes to revealing information that won't get people in trouble. Then I had a conversation back in, well, I'm not gonna say exactly when, but we'll say between December and January, that had another conversation with an executive who basically confirmed to me that yes, in fact, that they were working on a new V8 engine. And depending on who came into the office back around, around this time period right now, so whoever comes in office later on this year is going to basically make the determination of what exactly is the fate of this engine. Now, I don't know the exact size of the engine. I know TK has said it's going to be somewhere under 5 liters. I've said in other videos and hinted at other videos that maybe they should take an engine as small as a 5.7 and redesign it. Like I said, I can't tell you specifics because I don't want to get specific people in trouble, but we'll just say this engine will be smaller. And I've learned from them that yes, this engine was in fact supposed to be a crate engine for the meantime. And depending on who came into office is going to depend on whether this crate engine goes into a production car. So now that we know who is in office, Orange Man, and now we know who's going to be the head of the EPA, someone that's very loyal to Orange Man. And now we know that Orange Man said he's going to get rid of EV mandates day one. Now all of a sudden you see people talking to TK and other YouTubers that, you know what, we're going to fast track this crap because now we don't have to worry about the same nonsense we did over the last 4 years. I just want to say that, you know what TK is saying from what I've known from back then is 100% correct, that yes, they were working on a V8 engine already. Now I know for a fact from talking to an executive who is, if you're really paying attention, you might have an idea of who I'm talking about here.
If that wasn't enough, and you're really paying attention, and you're really quick with the math,
but yes, there was going to be a crate engine for this particular engine. So I knew some of the technology that was going on within the engine because I reported on it in that video. As far as I knew from when I talked to the executive earlier last year, or really earlier this year, that the engine was going to probably take around 3 to 4 years to develop, and it started on it last year. So you could potentially see this engine, if they don't fast track it like TK said, it was supposed to debut sometime in the next couple years. Now, if you don't want to believe that, well, I'm gonna leave you with this nugget right here that I have in the past revealed other engines coming out from Dodge that actually went into a production car. Because if you guys remember, I said back in around 2021 that a Hellephant was going to be inside of a production car, and that was basically 2 years before one popped up into the Demon 170. And for 2 years, I've had journalists who've made articles that said that, you know, what I said was impossible. There is no way a Hellephant would pass emissions to go inside of a Demon 170 or whatever production car, because the Demon 170 was not even known back then. But I did make that claim in a video because I knew people who were working on that particular project. So I knew from then, back then, because I knew more specifics, but I couldn't reveal the specifics. I didn't want to get people in trouble. But I knew back then that they was going to basically use a smaller Hellephant and put it inside of a Challenger for a final car. That's why I made the videos about Dodge having a final car, because that was what that engine was built for. So I knew back then they're going to put a smaller Hellephant inside of a Demon car, and it was going to be detuned, which is why I said it was going to be like a smaller displacement engine, basically. So I can't, like I said, give specifics because I don't want specific people to get in trouble, but I try to give you like little hints about what's going to actually be in these engines. Like I said, back in 2020, 2021, I made a claim about a Hellephant going inside of a final Challenger. And then you got 2022, then things started to heat up and people started to finally, you know, catch on that, yes, there's going to be a engine inside of a final Challenger. And then we find out 2020, well, not really late 2022, but we found out basically Hellephant's going to be released in crate engine form. And then we find out that one of those Hellephants that's going to be in a crate engine is going to be inside of the Demon 170. And then even then, after the Demon 170 was revealed to be a Demon 170 and having a updated and bulletproof engine, which, yeah, maybe a bullet-ridden engine with all the crap going on. But we found out that yes, the Demon 170 was going to have a new 6.2 liter engine that has a bunch of internals in there that's upgraded, and it's going to have the Hellephant blower on there. But even then, after all that crap went on, I kept saying, and I made a video going like, hey, I was right that there's a Hellephant going inside of the Demon 170. And still you had journalists saying that, oh no, Dodge never said to them that the engine going inside Demon 170 was a Hellephant. Even though Dodge put a graphic of literally the same exact engine in the Demon 170, having the exact same upgrades in the Demon 170, called it a Hellephant, like the C170 and D170, put on the graphic that it is a Hellephant, but then I still had journalists saying that there's still not a Hellephant in the Demon 170. And then these journalists had to eat crow yet again when they had to actually put in an article that you can get a Hellephant out of the Demon 170's engine, because Dodge finally revealed to them that yes, the crate engine is literally the exact same engine that's in the Demon 170. I was 100% right that there is a Hellephant inside the Demon 170. The journalists all know that crap now. And so I told you guys last year, I kind of ran around the earth with this crap, but I told you guys last year that yes, in fact, there was going to be a new V8 being made. Now, I didn't have all the specifics back then because, you know, when you talk to certain people, they only know certain information. But when I talked to the executive later on, you know, in December and January area, that yeah, they did confirm to me that there was going to be a new V8 crate engine that was not based on the Hemi. So that was a year ago. So maybe another 2 years. So maybe 2026, 2027, they'll have this V8 engine out. hopefully we'll see it by then. Hopefully some of these other journalists more of these journalists will get more information and stuff. I mean, actually I can ask Dodge and more stuff because I have a lot of sources there. I can go talk to TK about some of this stuff, but just want to say I told you guys so. But I wonder if people want to say that me and TK are spreading misinformation. That's it for this video, but let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited that now everybody has caught on to the fact that Dodge is going to have a new V8 coming, that is not going to be Hemi based, that it's going to be loaded with new technology that could allow them to carry this engine in the near future past the Orange Man administration? So let me know what you guys think. Are you happy that we are going to get a new V8 finally? Especially now that everybody's reported it. Now we can kind of confirm this is happening. Then, you know, what TK was saying that Carlos Tavares kind of put a hold on that. Like at the time point that I knew this engine was being developed, they were still developing it. So I don't know when Carlos Tavares came in sometime earlier this year and told them put a hold on it. And then now, since he's gonna be ousted, that now they're gonna like bump this crap. We're gonna put it into a car sooner rather than later. So I don't know that part. I can always go ask questions, go find out. But let me know what you guys think. Are you happy? Are you ecstatic? What models do you think the new V8 should go in? Should we get a new TRX with this engine? Should we get a new Trackhawk with this engine? Should we get a new Charger? Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to call it a Charger Hellcat, but some kind of new Charger trim. There's a lot of different models this engine could go in. I mean, heck, they can put it in a Wagoneer and a Grand Wagoneer, and they put a turbocharger on there. It can go compete with the Escalade V. So, but like I said, let me know what you guys think. And until the next time, I'm out.